It's 2 o'clock on a random afternoon in July, and you're sitting on the edge of your bed, staring down at your phone. You've been awake for hours, but you haven't actually done anything. You spent the first 2 hours just scrolling through your feed, completely paralyzed, unable to get up and take a shower or stretch, and your brain is telling you, well, what else am I supposed to do? I have the day off. It's summer. And then just like that, that version of you from January, the guy who is going to lock in or stay consistent and completely change his life, he quietly dies. This is the exact millisecond that trap snaps shut. You see, we have built this massive cultural lie around the summer paths. We look at our feeds and see everyone romanticizing absolute laziness. It's a collective unspoken agreement to just let our brains rot until summer. We tell ourselves we're in total control. We're just taking a quick, justifiable break because it's hot outside. But the scariest thing about a slip is how quiet it is. You don't wake up one morning and consciously decide to ruin your life. It's a slow, incremental decay. You skip one gym session because your meal timing got thrown off by waking up late. You play video games for a few hours because you tell yourself there's nothing better to do. You tell yourself, I've only been slacking for a couple weeks, but your brain completely hides the fact that a couple weeks has suddenly turned into 3 months, and by the time you finally look up, you're sitting at the absolute bottom of a hole you dug yourself, wondering how you got there. And the wildest part is, everyone around you is running the exact same script, but they're miserable while doing it. Look at the kids at school or the guys you see every day. They show up wearing nice clothes, carrying like expensive backpacks, living one of the easiest, most comfortable lives in human history. And all they do is complain. Seriously, they sit next to you and whine because their mom didn't make the exact food they wanted for dinner, or because a teacher gave them a bad grade on the assignment they made completely with AI. They get exactly what they give. You see, in the summer, that dynamic just morphs into a different kind of rot. You see guys constantly complaining about how bored they are, but the exact second you text them to see if they want to hang out or want to do something real, they don't even respond. And they'll complain that they aren't gaining enough muscle or that they hate their progress, but they haven't even tracked a single calorie or had a disciplined meal all summer. We've become a generation that expects output while giving absolutely zero input. We want the aesthetic of being locked in, but the second the digital noise stops and we're left alone with our thoughts in an empty room, we panic. We run right back to the screen because sitting there by yourself, knowing you're completely wasting your time, is a horrible feeling. This is where the summer comes in. You see, while everyone else has quietly decided to check out, this is the exact moment that the gap is created. You don't need a crazy, extreme monk mode grind set to win right now. In fact, trying to force yourself into some flawless, like hyper-restrictive lifestyle, like waking up at 4 in the morning and going to the gym and dunking your face in 3 ice baths, is exactly how you burn yourself out and send yourself right back to the bottom. You win summer simply by refusing to participate in the collective rot. The dangerous part about falling off during the summer isn't that you make some big dramatic decision to stop trying. It's more quiet than that. It's just the small, normal voice in your head that starts bargaining with you on a random Tuesday morning. It's the voice that wakes up with you late and says, well, you don't really have anything else to do today, so what's the harm in just scrolling or playing a few games? It's the voice that tells you it's fine to skip breakfast or push your meals back and mess up your timing throughout the day because it's a day off and you can just catch up and lock back in tomorrow. In your head, you aren't trying to ruin your life, you're just taking a little break. And I'm not saying that a little break is a bad thing. I am a huge rest guy, okay? But you tell yourself you've been working hard and that you deserve to just relax for the summer. But your brain completely lies to you about how fast your discipline actually breaks down. Because you think you're just slacking off for a couple days, maybe a week or two, but because there's no school or strict schedule forcing you to get out of bed, those days start bleeding together. And one bad afternoon turns into a bad week turns into a bad month, And before you even realize what happened, a quick summer break has turned into 3 solid months of doing absolutely nothing. When you finally look up, you realize the routine you spent building the whole year is completely gone. Your sleep schedule is ruined, you've lost progress, and you're right back at square one. And the worst part about it is the guilt. You start looking at the calendar, realizing how fast the summer is slipping away. And you feel this constant weight because you know you're wasting your potential. But instead of fixing it, that realization makes you feel so uncomfortable that you just turn your computer back on or open up your phone again to drown it out. You get stuck in this terrible loop where you're too stressed to actually enjoy your time, but you're too tired and unmotivated to actually get up and fix your life. You see, the biggest mistake you can make right now is waiting for some magical spark of motivation to hit you out of nowhere. We've been conditioned by self-improvement content to think that fixing your life requires this massive dramatic shift. We think we need to announce a 30-day monk mode, cut out every single piece of comfort, lock ourselves in a dark room, and completely restrict our entire existence. But honestly, that hyper-restrictive grind set is just kinda silly. It asks way too much of you when you're already tired. Trying to force yourself into a flawless, perfect routine overnight is just a trap. You're asking yourself to burn out. And when you inevitably fail to meet those crazy standards, you're just gonna end up right back where you started. There is no sudden snapback. You don't just wake up tomorrow and magically become a robot who does everything perfectly. The real playbook is way simpler and it's completely like zero friction. You fix a slip the exact same way you started it, gradually. You just stop worrying about fixing your entire life at once and you pick up one single piece of your routine. Just one. To be completely transparent with you, I slipped today. Today has not been a great day for me. Usually I like to wake up at 6 a.m., make my breakfast by 7, and immediately come to my desk to script and record these videos. But I didn't do any of that. I woke up late, I turned on my computer, and I just started playing video games for hours. I didn't make my food until 11 a.m., and my entire meal timing and gym schedule is the one that is thrown off. But I didn't say, well, today is ruined, I guess I'll try again Monday. Instead, I just sat down at 1:30, opened my computer, and started working on this exact video. This right here is how you climb back up. You don't wait for no perfect tomorrow, you just accept that you are currently at the bottom of the hole, and you execute one basic task right now. If your meal timing is messed up, you don't skip eating, you just go to your next meal. If you missed your early morning workout, you don't skip the gym entirely, you just go later in the afternoon. You win this summer by refusing to participate in the collective rot around you. While everyone else is complaining about being bored or making excuses for why they aren't making progress, you just show up and do the basic inputs. It doesn't have to look pretty and it doesn't have to be perfect. You just have to pick up one piece of the routine today and let the momentum do the rest. At the end of the day, you get exactly what you give in this life. If you spend your free time waiting around for things to get easy, you're going to stay stuck. But if you can learn how to just do one small thing when you're completely unmotivated, the gap between you and everyone else will take care of itself. If you feel like this slow decay has been happening to you for longer than a few weeks, and you want to understand the actual reasons why this could be happening to you, I did make a video on why you could be slipping. Thank you.